Gather round, for I only tell a fable once. This be the tale of pirates, so legendary that those who sail the 12 seas still revere their names.
A warlock of the Unseelie court, Wicahpi Weatherby.
A swashbuckler on the run, Kildak of Flan.
And a warrior on a quest to reclaim her scepter, Tana the Fierce.
Avast ye for the Gilded Voyage. Ahoy, me hearties, and welcome back to the Four Rings Inn. Another wonderful episode.
Welcome back.
Last we left off, Kildak scored our second piece of Captain Emerald's puzzle, the key to Tamo Core, which he promptly handed over to Tawny, but not before 11 wild magic surges in the presence, in the captivity of Billsby, the apprentice of Zastam. What was initially an incredibly dangerous encounter with a high-level mage, a flesh golem that could have came to life, a revenant, the clones of Zastam, all became rendered silly and ridiculous. 11 wild magic surges, a unicorn, an exploding sheep, and a giant blue 10-year-older sexy, am I missing anything else, version of Kildak? It's a giant blue sexy, a little bit older, flying.
On a unicorn.
On a unicorn.
Sexy. Just say it a couple more times. I think it's the most important part.
I think it's the most important answer. Come on. Sexy Kildak. And really, like, at that point, like, nothing that I can do can stand in the way of that. And with the help of Wicahpi and Tawny and Lady Ethra, you were able to get out of the Embassy of Arcanum Embassy of Arcanus and back into town, where Tawny and Kildak realize that Wicahpi, who was invisible, as she tends to so often be, is no longer with them. We move to the end of the long dock as Wicahpi dives into the dark waters of the Stonefall Scatter and the Bay of White Sands Port, and begins to swim towards that looming, oppressive tree in the middle of the water. Old Oak Light, they used to call it, and now just a dormant, deserted lighthouse. With the only light guiding your way is a small lantern swinging in the rain at the edge of the dock, and that cloaked figure standing just behind it. Wicahpi, you are swimming through the water. You are rapidly approaching the lighthouse. And the last thing that happened for you is you got the call from Tawny asking where you were, if you were okay. I don't exactly remember what Tawny had said, but along those lines.
Yeah, I didn't answer her because now I'm like mid-swimming. I'm in the water. I don't have time. I'm not emotionally ready to answer her, and I'm just gonna reach the edge of the lighthouse and climb up out of the water.
Cool. As you get to the dock of the lighthouse, you begin to climb onto the dock, and you see this hooded figure looms over you and extends a old, gnarled, wrinkly hand towards you and says, "Can I have your hand, dear?" and offers her hand back.
Her hand?
Yeah, she's offering to pull you up.
Yeah, it's a lady. I just didn't
It is a lady. Oh, the her is the problem, not the hand. Yes. Yes.
I don't know why I was anticipating something else.
No, it's a she.
And I guess I'll take her hand if she helps me out of the water.
Cool. She takes your hand, pulls you onto the dock, and says, "We don't get very many visitors here, my dear. What brings you to this lighthouse?" And you see, as you kind of shake the water off and get your bearings, it is still pouring rain. The lantern now swings behind you and casts like weird shadows of you and this hooded figure in front of you. You can see the only real description that you have of them is like these old, wrinkled, like gnarled hands that are quickly tucked back into the cloak. And her hood, in the way the lantern sways, completely covers her face. It is absolutely shrouded in the darkness of the night and of the rain. But she has these two, like, piercing green eyes that you can see from beneath the cloak. It's hard to tell if her eyes are just reflecting the light behind you or if they're producing light of their own.
Awesome.
Say what you're going to say, and then give me an insight check when you're done.
I believe you called me here. I came because of you. And I rolled an 8.
Cool. On top of the obvious of the creepy lady and this towering black tree, the rain, the storm, there is something deeper that is unsettling about this. And I know like it seems like easy to say, oh yeah, this is scary, but there is something deeper that Wicahpi in particular, like in your core, is like, this is not where I want to be right now.
And yet here I am.
You are. You feel
Alone.
the
Abandon your friends.
You feel the wind pick up, and the hooded woman goes, I don't believe that I called you, but I believe maybe you were sent here by another. Would you like to join me inside?" And she begins to stroll towards the door, still like this old crooked door that is banging in the wind against the tree. And the woman turns her back to you and starts to walk towards the door, like hobbles over. He goes, "What is your name, my dear? It is rude for me not to ask."
Wicahpi. And yours?
"No, dear, your real name." And her voice changes just a little bit as she says it.
Wicahpi Weatherby.
The woman stops where she was walking. And she goes, "You know that's not what I mean. Give me a..."
I am unsettled that you would ask me this question.
Give me either perception or insight with advantage. As you stated, I am unsettled.
You said perception or
insight.
Okay, no, I'm going perception. Okay, that will be a 21.
Good. Her back is still turned to you, and when she goes, "No, your real name, you know what I mean." You can see, even in the rain and the wind that is currently whipping around, you just now notice that as she's walking, her cloak does not go all the way to the ground, and it stops like just at her ankles. And her feet are like not just like old and gnarled, but her toenails like extend way over the end of her toes. They are like sharp and like not quite like a talon, but they are like long and overgrown and aggressive, and her skin is like a sickly green, and her toes are almost webbed, and you can see that just from like her ankle down.
Well, if you sorry. If you have to ask for another name, then you should know that I'm not going to give it lightly. I'm gonna need something in return if you're gonna ask for my name.
Smart girl. Tell me, were you sent here? Were you called here to cleanse this mighty oak for your queen? Or were you here to seek answers that she refuses to give you? And this time she turns her head, and you can definitely see that her eyes are glowing. And just in like the light that's shining from behind you, you can see the rotted teeth, the old crooked nose, a nose that has warts, and it looks like it's been like pulled and stretched out of her face and then broken and then pulled again and then broken again 100 times. You get like this first look of this disgusting gnarled face as she turns to you, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
A saving throw? I didn't do anything to deserve this.
You have seen the true horrific appearance of this
I didn't ask to look.
Of this ancient sea hag.
So with a 21, I'm gonna say, can't it be both?
Very
what answers do you have to offer me?
You rolled a 21 for that wisdom save?
Yes.
Cool. You are not frightened. And...
I have resistance against being frightened.
Oh, even better. So you would have made that with advantage. Good to know. And you are immune to this effect for 24 hours.
Oh, sick.
Perfect. Sorry, what did you say back to the hag?
Well, can't it be both? What kind of answers do you have for me?
Those answers, giving answers, like you said, come with a price.
You asked for my name, I asked for answers.
Yes.
A name holds a lot of power, as someone like you would know.
That is true. I will give you answers, but I will name my price. This time, the gnarled hand is not a human gnarled hand, but that green, webbed, elongated finger stretch out. The necklace.
Oh, shit.
Don't do it.
I don't want to do that. I don't know if your answers are worthy.
She turns now to fully face you, takes a step towards you, and says, "Your beauty, then. I'll have that for myself."
Fuck.
You know, I'm not feeling rather generous at the moment. Would you care to show me inside? Before we make any deals.
You see a smile creeps on her face, and she goes, "With pleasure." And then, without her feet or body moving, she just slides into the lighthouse, and the door slams shut behind her.
She didn't show you inside very well.
No.
You hear a cackle echo out through the night sky, and as Wicahpi goes to make her next move, we're gonna move back to on land. Kildak and Tawny, you guys have made it outside of the Wizard's Tower. You've gotten out of line of sight, out of earshot of the tower. Yeah, the floor is yours.
And Kildak breaks down crying.
Oh.
Tony's like going and she's like, where did Wicahpi, where do you, Kildak? And then just like a couple paces ahead, turns and sees you crying. Okay, what happened? Are you okay?
It was just so terrible. There's so many. There's just torture and torture. But I mean, I guess I gave him what he wanted, but at the same time, I don't think I did.
Who was torturing you?
The Billingsby. I don't know. He had a weird name. It had a lot of B's. It had a lot of L's.
Billsby.
Ethra said that he was kind of wonky and worked for Tom, but when I came down, you were just
I know.
riding a unicorn with the key in your hand. Like, I don't... So what happened from A to B?
He was torturing me. He was trying to get magic out of me, and just I guess he just like tapped a vein, and it just exploded, and there was actually a literal explosion, and there's just magic kept just happening, and I had no control over it, and he had no control over it. I mean, I was a sheep at one point. It was crazy. It was terrible, and there were 3 Zostoms there, which that's not fair. What the fuck? Like, he shouldn't get to have 3 of them. There's probably actually 4. There's probably another one walking around because I killed those. There's probably more elsewhere. It's fucking terrible. And then there's just all these things, and he had like all these machines, and he had my blood from like years ago. It's terrible, terrible. And there was no doors, there was no stairs. I thought I was trapped in there forever.
So sorry. And I'm gonna reach up and like touch his face and like...
It's down.
Oh, okay. I also I would have moved over to like kneel in front of you. It's still probably down. And I'll reach down to touch your face in like a comforting manner, and I will heal you up 20 points.
Aww.
Because you're looking a little rough and you're crying and hurt, and I'm like...
And blue.
And blue.
I'm sorry, lay on hands won't heal the emotional wounds.
Like, I can only do the physical stuff, and it's not even making you not blue anymore. This is all I have, Kildak.
It helps, thank you.
I don't...
Oh, also, my old Lord Protector was there. He was kidnapped like 30-something years ago. We all assumed he was dead, and then he punched me, and he hurt a lot.
Oh, yeah, the zombie I told to stop?
Mm-hmm, that one,
Yeah,
yep.
That definitely...
He's actually from my hometown.
Why are the Red Wizards so connected to...
That's a great question. Great question. Why? It's just a small port town, you know? We have some commerce, and we have, like, the occasional tourist, but, like, they're stupid, and they're really just there to, like, look at the different boats. I don't know why they're obsessed with it.
Or... So you started doing wild, crazy magic?
Wild. It was just all over the place.
Wow, crazy magic.
I had no control. It wasn't anything like what we had practiced or anything like that. Like, it took no effort. Like, if I didn't know it was me, I wouldn't know it was me, if that makes sense.
Can Tawny do some type of history or arcana check on things like this she would have heard of before, as she's trying to piece together how Kildak has magic? Because this isn't the first time that we've been like, you had no magic, thought it looked cool, and suddenly could do magic. Like, how, if she can try to piece it together.
Yeah, give me a history or arcana check.
That is 16 for either. I have a +6 for both, so.
So, from your studies, you have read that of like all the ways you can have magic, between being a wizard through study, a cleric through devotion, a paladin through it's even more, it's your devotion to your oath, being oath bound. Sorcerers are often have magic innately through their blood, and some sorcerers have it through like dragon's blood, other have it through being touched by the elements or by a different realm. But there are a couple entries of individuals just purely being special. Like they are just born with magic, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. They just like they are truly unique. And even nobody knows if it's from like the innate magic of the universe, like they're pulling directly from the source of magic, like a font of magic. If it no one truly understands it, which you would also imagine would drive a scientist who's trying to analyze it crazy.
Yeah.
But you also aren't sure if the intensity of the magic is purely innate or if it has anything to do with the abyss.
Yeah.
Because you know that other planes can imprint magic on individuals, and so it's hard to tell if like how much of it Kildak was born with and how much of it was gifted. Yep.
I'm gonna lean back a little bit and be like, Kildak, you know how my people are special and old and ancient, and there seems to be some type of like fate tied with them and my duties and rules?
Yeah, you guys are like special and like cool.
Yeah. Well, I know that there's other people from the material plane who are also special, and it just seems like I was born with my magic, who are just kind of chosen. And I think that we talked before about me finding you guys wasn't an accident. And I think you are special, and you have been blessed with this type of magic.
It feels like a curse.
Yeah. But I think you were chosen to help with what's going on here. And I'm sorry that those fucking assholes thought that they could torture you for it. That's honestly like one of my biggest fears being down here, is that someone's gonna try to take me for who I am, and it's horrible. And I'm so sorry that happened to you. But I think you have this for a reason.
Well, maybe, but I can't use it. Like, it's just, it was so uncontrollable. I could have died. Like, as easy as I turned into a sheep and was flying around, like, I could have just straight died, and nothing would have changed.
Maybe we can work on it. I mean, you just started magic like a week ago, you know? And there's gonna be...
Did you see that unicorn? It was so cool.
It was so pretty.
Really fucking cool. So I think there can be some good out of this. And I think that you're gonna be able to do some really cool shit.
Thanks, Tony. I think you can do cool shit too.
Yeah, I know. I was born with it.
Okay, I guess we should.
Where the fuck are you?
Wicahpi, as the hag gets pulled back into the lighthouse, you hear this call.
I go to open the door.
I don't know where Wicahpi went. We woke up and you were gone, and then we got there and she was with me. She was just invisible, but she's not in the tower. She was really interested. She didn't really want to save you. She just wanted. She wanted.
What?
She was really obsessed with the lighthouse.
The lighthouse?
Oh,
That old tree piece of shit looking thing?
Yeah, because she thought that maybe the figure that she saw that no one else saw there was the one who got you.
Oh, okay. So you think that's where she went? Like, but y'all found me, like...
Yeah, but she was... So when you were kidnapped, she was, like, going out and doing something. She wasn't in the room either. And she didn't tell me what she went and did. And she has all this shady shit going on. So... And this isn't the first time.
You think she's betraying us?
I don't think she's betraying us. I think Wicahpi prioritized what Wicahpi wants over everything else. And this isn't the first time that she's strayed on the mission to do what she wants. However, she's not responding. And that could either mean that she doesn't feel like responding, or she's in trouble. So I think we need to go.
To the lighthouse.
You feeling up for it? Because if you want to go back and sleep...
Can't be worse than that.
I can go.
It can't be worse than that. Plus, maybe she's in trouble.
You try reaching out to her. Maybe she's just mad at me.
It could be.
Yeah,
No.
fucking bitch. Let's go.
Okay. Why are we helping her?
You guys begin to make your way to the long dock. Wicahpi, you enter into the lighthouse. The first floor is a absolute wreck. There is a bunch of like overturned tables and bookcases and like beds that have been smashed and destroyed. Huge just piles of debris that are just like rotting wood, and some of it's rotting food, and just like a house that hasn't been kept up in hundreds of years. The floorboards are all cracked. You can see vines and leaves and like mold all creeping through the ground. And the only thing in here that is putting off a little bit of dim light is a furnace that it has like these burning embers in it that's just putting off just enough light to light this room. You see in the back wall there's a staircase that leads up, and you hear the hag cackle, and she goes, "So how do I know that you're not here just to kill me? Sent by the queen to tie loose ends."
Well, tell me, do I have a reason? Do I need to kill you?
Usually people from the court of Unseelie do not take kindly to outcasts. Unless they know, of course, that they soon will be one as well. And you hear this voice coming from up the stairs. But there's not aside from the door that swings in the wind, there's nothing moving down here.
Yeah, can I investigate this room to see if there's anything else connecting her to the outside world, to the port, to the fog?
Got it. Give me investigation or arcana.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's good. That's good.
Cool. On a nat 20, are you doing investigation or
It
arcana?
was investigation.
Okay, let's do that.
I'm not magic smart.
Wicahpi has a truly brilliant moment right here.
Alone in the room.
She's in the room. Just from the ground floor, this is what you put together. The
Tell us, Sherlock.
lighthouse is the source of this fog. The lighthouse is what keeping everyone here.
Put that together.
The
Got it.
hag is what's doing it.
Got it.
The lighthouse is incredibly old. So old that it is on Captain Emerald's map. It's the only thing in White Sands that's on Captain Emerald's map. This lighthouse has been here for hundreds of years, if not older. This tree is probably thousands, eons old, before it was cut. But the stump has been here forever, essentially. This hag on this Nat 20 investigation has been here for a very, very long time. You see that there are like vines creeping down the sides of the walls, almost like veins, and you sense that the hag has almost complete control of everything happening inside of this tree. She has some sort, she essentially has layer actions within this tree. She has made this tree her layer.
At the door, apparently.
It adds ambiance. You see that on the Nat 20, you're able to piece together that based on the whispers that you heard in town and other things that you know. Something that changed that nobody really put together was the lighthouse had a ember burning at the top that people would, even though they weren't using the lighthouse to get to White Sands, the fire on top of the lighthouse was almost always burning until this storm started. People just assumed that the storm put it out, but on the Nat 20, oh, the hag has snuffed the flame of the lighthouse, and that has allowed this fog to move in. The only thing that I don't think you're able to conclude on that Nat 20 is why the hag has done this now. This hag has been in this lighthouse for hundreds of years, and just in the last month or two has begun to trap people here. And the why, I don't think you quite have. Is there any other questions on that Nat 20 that you have? And I'll see if
the furnace down here just has little burning embers.
The furnace down here is just creepy.
It's just creepy.
It's just creepy.
Does it have any other pipes coming up of it that go out of the room?
There's a pipe that goes directly out, horizontally out. You would imagine if you want to reduce the hag's ability in the lighthouse, there's something in here that is holding this together as her layer. And if you want to get everyone out of town, you have to relight the fire at the top of the lighthouse.
Yeah. So I'm gonna slowly make my way up the stairs, just still looking around, piecing things together, trying to go find where she went.
Perfect. You get up the stairs to the second floor, and the second floor is completely dark, pitch black, and you hear the hag goes, a child of the Unseelie court, daughter of the Queen of Air and Darkness. Let's see how you fare in that darkness by yourself. And you are in a pitch black room, and I can give you some dimensions if you want.
And the stairs end here.
The stairs end here. You're on the second floor. It is pitch black in here.
Great.
You're in a 60-foot room.
Yeah, awesome. Can I try to cast bonfire couple feet ahead of me.
Yeah,
In the dead, dry tree. Perfect.
Yes.
You cast bonfire. The tree does not ignite through magical means, but you light a bonfire, and the room is immediately lit up.
Oh.
And
I didn't think that was gonna work.
you see there are 7 or 8 cocooned bodies in here, cocooned by like a spider's web, tied up. Some have been like eaten away at a little bit, and some of them are like cocooned on the floor. Some of them are standing like cocooned as if they're in statues. Some of them are hanging by spider webs from the ceiling, and you see immediately as the fire is lit, these 7 or 8 bodies immediately visible amongst the trash, the destroyed beds, more piles of moldy books and rubble. You see on the far end of this place is this room is another stairwell, and you also see that as you cast the fire, all of the shadows wobble, like as the firelight wobbles, but they don't seem to be wobbling in the same way. Like all the shadows kind of just move uncannily. But you hear the hag cackle, and it goes, "Still clinging to the light, I see."
Can I go over to one of the cocoons?
Sure.
And can I like see through it? Can I peer what's inside? Does it seem to be like humanoid inside?
Yes, you peer inside. There is a corpse of one you find is a human male.
Yeah, can I cut it open?
Sure, you cut it open, and the corpse just slumps to the ground.
Yeah, can I like check for like pulse, check his face, like he's dead?
It's been dead. This person's been dead for a long time, more than a year.
Process. Is the cocoon like preserving? Are they heavily decayed?
The cocoon it's preserving a little bit. Okay. It's still like rotting flesh, but Perfect. The maggots haven't got to it yet.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Awesome. I want to go to one more, like on the opposite side of the room, and cut one more down.
Cool.
Cut it open, just to see if there's
the exact same thing.
Is it like really old still?
Old. This one actually has looks like somebody has been eating through the stomach. You take it that this is her food supply. This is what she munches on for a snack. I will say, playing off of that Nat 20 investigation, these are not the people that disappeared from the boat.
That's what I was looking for, to see if they were recent.
These look like they've been snatched from town from a long time ago. Not recent at all.
And I'm going to make my way to the other staircase.
Cool.
And go up.
You creep your way up the next stairs, and the 3rd floor of this building of the lighthouse is equally as trashed and as disgusting. However, in this room, you see that there is a bed that is more put together than the other beds, but you see that the sheets have been like shredded. The pillow's been ripped apart. The bed is actually not on the ground, but being held above the ground by these like twisted, knotted vines. All around the room there are like smashed and broken mirrors all around. Some of the glass like on the floor, still like disgusting debris, moldy food. You see some like regular fungus and some fey fungus that you recognize from your dream is growing in here. And the only light source from this room is there's this huge vine that grows out of the tree, similar to the vines that you saw on the 1st floor, that all wrap around a like pus covered and moldy, but in parts crystalline beating heart. That boom, 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 boom.
Ooh.
And it is wrapped up in all these vines, and it is giving this tree layer, this lighthouse layer, life. You see on the other side of the room, there is a ladder leading up, and in the center of the room, the hag stands, hood back to fully show her gnarled appearance, the green skin. You can see that she has gills, asymmetrical gills. One of them like comes up like onto her face, and like parts of her cheek actually part every time that she talks. Rotting teeth. Only one ear on one side, one pointed ear on one side, that like greasy hair that runs down the sides of her face. And she is standing in the middle of the lighthouse. Of this room,
Yeah.
excuse me.
Yeah. Tell me again why I shouldn't kill you?
The Queen would want you to kill me. I've a thorn in her side, a blemish on her reputation. I know too much. I saw what she did the first time, and she banished me here. And I figure she sends you to kill me. That way she can do it a second time and make you the same. You see... Give me a deception check real quick.
Deception. 18.
She rolled really good. She leans in and goes, I knew the Queen would not tell you why you're here. The Queen would not tell you what's really beneath the reef. But I know what's underneath there, because I saw her put her there the first time. I was there. At this point, she stops and she perks up, and a smile crosses her face and says, do you wish to continue these negotiations?
How close is she standing near me?
10 feet. You are 10 feet from her. You are 40 feet from the heart and 50 feet from the ladder.
I'll rip off my necklace and I'll toss it on the ground.
Cool.
My knife is still in my hand from where I cut down those sacks.
Perfect. You break off the necklace, you toss it on the ground. The wind howls. You can feel the tree like scream, and almost as thick as this. I mean, this is a like 80-foot thick tree. It almost bends in the wind as you rip it off and throw it to the ground. You see.
Tell me one answer that's good enough for me to not kill you.
You see the hag, a huge smile crosses her face, and she says, for this, I'll tell you whatever you want to know. But we shall not be disturbed. And she waves her hand. The trapdoor behind you, or the door that you've come up through, boom, slams shut. So that it's just the two of you in this room. And she says, we can't have your friends disturbing us, can we? And at this point, Kildak and Tawny arrive to the lighthouse.
Would I sense that they're...
No. Sorry.
Okay.
Kildak and Tawny, talk to me. What's up?
No, we can arrive unless...
When we get to the long dock, I want to put Aubrey in the rowboat.
Yes.
Yeah, we're
absolutely.
taking the boat.
Perfect.
And I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that was my question.
stand behind it and push.
I love
Oh,
that.
that's cute.
Yeah,
Tony's
you.
just like, okay, we got this, Kildak. I'm not helping.
As a one-armed dwarf, I've realized that it's easier to push the boat than it is to row the boat.
So you push this boat across the stormy waves. Just as you're getting to the lighthouse, a violent crack of lightning. Wind whips up as if a hurricane is swirling around the lighthouse. All of the fog that was currently past the lighthouse begins to swirl around, with the epicenter being the lighthouse, as if like you are in the eye of a hurricane.
Well, I feel like Wicahpi's gotta be here.
Yeah, that lightning wasn't me.
Good to know. Cool. We should go inside before it blows us off the island.
What does, like, is this like a treehouse situation, or is this just a big tree? Does it have windows?
So no windows. Picture a massive 80-foot thick tree.
Yeah.
It's on top of this big rock with a bunch of like these huge roots like wrapping around the rock going into the water. This tree would be hundreds of feet tall, but it's cut off at about the like 50-60 foot mark and is like sheared absolutely clean at the top, and then there's a little like hut on top where the pyre would be.
Okay.
You can see it that the pyre is built, it's just not lit.
Wicahpi, I hope you're here. We're at your lighthouse. Shit's real weird.
And so the second that they've like arrived on the island and the hag has closed all the doors, I'll say to both of them, don't look her in the eyes.
Oh fuck, Kildak. What the fuck is going on? I fucking hate this.
Yep. So, here's a question.
Sure.
Do you want to go inside?
Oh, you were
The
talking to me.
metal, the metal swingy, scary door. Or do we hang out here and get blown off the island by this hurricane?
No, we have to go. How much has the fog moved in? Like, are we now in that point where like you can't see very far in front of you?
Yeah, I would say that you can't see town based on this.
We can go in the front door, or I can take us to the top.
Ooh. You think you can fly in this wind?
Yeah, I'm a fucking dragon.
Cool. Let's go to the
I can
top.
try.
Never see that coming.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
are you gonna carry me, or can I sit on your back?
I'm gonna carry you.
Okay.
You.
I just think how cool. Just this once. Think how cool it would be if in the same day I rode on a unicorn and a dragon. Like, that's like history book worthy. You know, that's a crazy day for dwarf flan.
You're so annoying. And then I'm gonna pop into a dragon. I'm
You
gonna
turn
lean my
into a
neck
dragon.
down.
Yes. Thank you.
Only
Tommy.
because he was crying earlier and got tortured. You are using your trauma card right now. This is your
That's
favorite
okay.
from Tommy.
Okay, that's okay.
You turn to dragon just as you go to take off. The witch, at the same time, smiles at Wicahpi and says, You're a clever girl, young Wicahpi. You did not give me your real name, but you did give me your hand. And you see, Tawny, you see about 50 of what looks like Wicahpi's hands busts out from under the ground. They begin to rapidly claw at you, grab at you. You are going to
And we can recognize their Wicahpis because they're made of wood, right?
They look like little Wicahpi hands.
They're tiny. They can't do that much damage.
You take 5 points of damage as they begin to claw at you, and I need a strength saving throw from the dragon.
Okay. Is Kildak on my back?
Kildak is on your back.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, I rolled a 10, so that's a 14.
Ooh, you see, you are able to just get off the ground, but they do claw at you one more time, and your dragon takes another 5 points of damage. So a total of 10 points of damage. As all these Wicahpi hands bust through the ground, begin to claw at you. I need everyone to roll initiative for me.
Kildak, you get +3.
Hey! I'm looking at 18.
Nice.
I'm also at 18.
Beautiful. 27.
Roll off, right?
Roll off with no additions. Just a straight.
Just a
Rolling
straight D20 roll. I got a 4 on my D20.
I got a 2.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Your high roll was saved for the 18.
Cool. All right. Tawny, you get to act first. You take off
no
off
one
the
got
ground.
above my 27? Wild.
No.
I'd have to roll a 21 to tie you with the buff that you gave me.
With the buff that she gave you.
I rolled a 19. I rolled really high.
You rolled it, yeah.
Okay, so you said that it's 50 feet up?
Yeah, 50 feet up.
So I can do that easy.
Cool.
Up.
Your movement, you come up to the top of the...
What do I see once I'm at the top? I know you said that there's a pyre that I could see from the ground, and there's a hut. What is that? Before, because I have enough movement that I can also go somewhere on land, and I kind of want to...
Sure.
Do space off at the top.
What you have to look at is... There is... And when you get to the top, there is a wooden railing that goes around the edge of the tree. There's a sealed trapdoor. There's a inner ring of it's less of a railing and more of just a step that separates actually, excuse me, that's incorrect. So you have the railing on the outside. On the inside you have pillars that hold up a thatch and bark covered roof with this big hole in the middle that allows the smoke to come out, and underneath it is this big pyre that's been built. However, you see at the center of the pyre there's this tiniest flame burning, and all around the outside of the pyre, where you would normally have rocks for a fire pit, there are bones and spines, and there are a bunch of skulls that have runes carved into the forehead. All the skulls, their mouths are open. Ooh. And they are breathing this purple gas into the fire, keeping it small.
Cool.
Did I see all that as well?
Yes.
Going to kind of fly and move and try to do a punch or claw or something onto the trapdoor to try to break it open.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, give me an attack on the door.
should I just use... Like, can I use my, like, claw as if I'm, like, trying to dig in?
Yeah. Roll me damage.
Damage?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Oh, I rolled the wrong thing, so that makes sense. I rolled a 2, but I also rolled my d20 and not the right thing.
Gotcha. Roll damage twice. Because you have two attacks. So give me two claw attacks.
So 12 piercing damage.
Okay.
And 5 lightning damage on the first.
Oof.
And then on the second one... Oh no!
Oh no! Runaway dice.
No shit. 5 piercing damage and 4 lightning damage.
Cool. You are able to smash through this trap door. You're able to rip the door clean off. You are far too big to fit through this trap door.
I'm gonna instantly pop down.
Cool. The door
Yeah.
the back falls down.
You probably just like start moving and suddenly you're like on her neck and then you just like slide and hit the ground.
Perfect. Yeah, you get this trap door off. Wicahpi, you see the door gets ripped off from the top where the ladder is. On initiative 20, the hag goes, No, our time it's not time yet. She's gonna flick her fingers, and 3 swarms of ravens.
Stayed as a dragon.
I like that he picked a swarm of ravens instead of a murder of crows.
Yeah. They explode out, like from the trapdoor, ripping out into the night sky, begin to swirl around you. And let's see. So Kildak and Tawny, you each are going to take 9 points of damage as these 3 swarms just rip around you and just tear into you as they, as they engulf the space that you're in. That's the layer action. Kildak, you're up.
And are these ravens now like kind of circling the top of the tree?
Mm-hmm.
I think they're like at us.
They're just swarming you.
Like if I move, am I gonna take 1,000,000 opportunity attacks?
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over, like ducking, keeping my head buried, and I'm gonna just. Okay, first off, do you consider these skulls a creature?
No.
Cool.
Do you want me to?
I mean, it'd be very entertaining if you did, but it's fine if you don't.
Not really. I consider them an object.
Yeah, that's fair. Just wanted to double check. You said breathing, so. I would like to kick one.
Cool. You kick it. Give me damage. You need.
What, a D4?
No, you actually don't need damage. These are light. Sorry.
Really, my goal is to move it, not really destroy it. It's less of a stomp, more of like a soccer ball kick.
Got it. Yeah, you kick it, trying not to deal damage. That's interesting.
But you will deal damage. Your goal was just...
I mean, yeah, if you kick somebody like a soccer ball, I'm sure damage will be dealt.
Yeah.
My goal was more to get it away from the circle.
Got it. So they have 1 hit point. They're very fragile. If your goal is not to break it,
That is not my goal. That thought does not cross my mind.
Cool.
It kicks
You
it as
pick
hard as the big dwarf.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My goal is to get it off the tree, and
Cool.
if that makes it burst into a pile of dust, so be it.
It does burst into a pile of dust, and this like purple gaseous magic puffs out, and bless you. You take
Mhm.
10 points of poison damage as it puffs out.
But you
I
are-
have advantage against poisoning. Am I poisoned?
Are you resistant to poison as well?
I have advantage against poison.
Against poison?
Is,
Cool.
is my
No, you're-
wording.
You're resistant to poison as well. Hill dwarf, poison, dwarven resilience. Yep. So you have both. So you take half that. You take 5 points of poison damage.
Cool. Thank you. I almost lost all that health Tony gave me.
But it just affected Kildak. Like it didn't
just affected
come out and
Kildak?
hit me. Okay, cool.
That is correct. And you see that there are 3 more skulls keeping.
Did it change at all?
The ember got a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Do you have anything else you want to do on your turn?
What, that was a action movement?
Yeah, I would say action. Yeah, action movement.
I have object interaction?
Object interaction and bonus action.
Can I pick one up
Yeah, you can pick one of the skulls up.
and throw it?
You pick one of the skulls up. As you have it in your hand, that like gash leaks onto you. You would take 5 points of damage. It's half to 3, and then you just huck it off the tree, and it spirals off into the wind. So you take another 3 points of damage, but that one is disposed of.
Dude.
Way better than the 5. Well, marginally.
Cool. Any bonus action from Kildak?
Hide? Disengage?
Yeah, you can, if you want. Yeah,
Duck and cover?
you can give me a hide action if you want. Give
Just like
me a stealth.
behind a pillar.
Just like,
Is he still a size larger? He's still large.
nat 20. No, I'm not.
Oh,
I
You are able.
I am
yeah,
normal except for being blue.
Yes.
You get on the other side of the pyre from all these birds, and they do not know where you are.
Cool.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Wicahpi, you are up.
You gave no satisfying answers, and I would like to move just sideways a little bit in the direction of my necklace
Sure.
and pull out my flintlock and fire past her at the heart.
You pull your flintlock. You fire past her at the heart. She growls, and she doesn't have the ability to stop you in any way. Give me an attack. Roll to hit.
So my first hit is going to be a 30 to hit,
Yeah.
and then the shadow bullet that comes after it is a 31.
Yep.
And neither of those were a nat 20.
Incredible.
No, the shadow bullet was a nat 20.
Oh,
okay.
when did you say it?
Because
It's
the
a nat
31 was distracting.
Yeah, we don't care about the 31. It's a nat 20.
It's a nat 20. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm doing crit damage.
Yeah,
My
roll a
crit
disgust.
damage is 30,
30 points of crit damage, and then what was the first attack?
and then 19 points of damage.
19. You shoot the heart. It explodes into the room. You feel the tree like rumble as the vines like wither and die, and the traps that were in the previous 2 rooms are deactivated.
John said disappointed.
As we went around the traps.
And I'm gonna bend down and pick up my necklace and hold that in my other hand.
The
You just downed Kildak,
I
too,
will
just
say-
so you know.
As you go to pick it up, you would know, being there, The hag was in the process of telling you more information when the door was ripped up.
Then she better speak more quickly, or I'm gonna kill her. She's not speaking fast enough for me. I am being very.
The hag got a turn.
She had a turn and did not spew any information.
Her first turn of combat's about to come up.
Oh, there was a reaction setting the birds.
Yeah, the layer action was one thing. She's about to get her first action to talk. So
that was not clear.
Yeah, I thought that was her act. I thought I was last in order, and I'm like, and I got no information out of that.
No, she rolled a 12. Yes. So the only reason I bring it up is if you would like to give her a turn.
No.
Okay. Nope. That
I did what I did.
Okay.
She's not quick enough for me.
Okay.
She can still say something. I haven't fired at her. I could spare her life if it's worthy enough of sparing.
Unless she's attached to that crystal heart.
Yeah, she's pretty attached to that crystal heart.
Yeah.
Damn it! I really wanted that information.
Yeah.
It's not over yet. It's not over yet.
She is going to
die.
No, she's going to die. She snarls towards Wicahpi and says, you cannot destroy this lighthouse. This is the only thing that's going to keep us alive.
Actually, it's pretty easy. So you better start talking.
She from the reef. She is coming. No one can stop her, no matter what the queen says.
We got that. Tell me something I don't know.
We need the fog. We need a sacrifice to make ourselves worthy to her. Sink the town with me. Drown them beneath the waves. And maybe the queen of sea and darkness will spare us both.
What?
And
Am I the idiot? Am I the idiot? I feel like I'm the idiot.
And then she is going to cast Phantasmal Killer on you. I need a Wisdom saving throw from Wicahpi.
18.
Damn, no, that's a really good roll.
I know.
Yeah, no, you see, as she says this, the room almost like bows away. The shadows begin to move. The like nightmares that you've had of the Fae and of the abyss all kind of swirl around you for a second, and you are able to push it back, and the hag reels back as you reels back as you push back from the spell. Yep. Cool. That is the hag's turn. Tawny, you are up.
And there's just these ravens all around?
Yep, there's a bunch of ravens. You see that a couple of them are being sucked away by the wind and being pulled off of the lighthouse. So there are less ravens than there were at the top of the round.
Does it seem like they're gonna like attack us as soon as it's their turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, Kildak didn't go for him, so.
Yep. That is what it seems like.
Kildak, what are you?
There's a lot of birds.
What are you doing?
Shh, they can't see me.
I forgot you. Are they within like melee attack of me?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, because. Okay, cool. Yeah,
Just gonna swing around furiously.
Yeah.
Hard to miss.
I am gonna just be like, the fuck? And then I'm going to try to claw at them.
Yeah, absolutely. Claw does poison damage, correct?
Yes, I'm trying to see what kind.
Acid damage.
Acid damage, yep. There it is.
Cool.
All
They
I
are
could see
resistant
is the corrosive
Acid?
attack, and I was like, it's corrosive.
to- Yeah, they are cool. They are not resistant to acid damage. So
Cool.
yeah,
Sounds like they are to
Um,
poison.
Mm-hmm. So I make a spell attack at them. Okay. First one is a nat 20.
oh my god,
Wow.
Killing it today.
that's 2 nat 20s from Wicahpi, 1 from Tawny. Good
Ah.
lord.
Hell
I had one
team.
in
Oh,
hiding.
and 1 from Kill. Yeah. Yeah. So double the damage on this first attack. So it's 4d10.
God, the rolls are good tonight. Let's just take on the
Ooh.
red wizards.
Go back.
So the first one was a 1 and a 10.
Wow. Okay.
But how does my...
What-
Once per turn, my savage attacker, you roll damage for a melee weapon attack, which is also going to count as my claws. I can
Mhm.
re-roll the weapon's damage. Oh, but I don't want to lose that 10. I can't just re-roll the 1. I'd have to re-roll the 10 as well.
Yeah. So roll 4d10, add it up, roll another 4d10, add it up, and you can take whatever is higher. Is how savage attack works. That's crazy with a crit.
10.
You get advantage on damage.
Yeah, she
I-
gets
yeah.
advantage on damage.
Oh my
But
god.
I'm not going to use it for this one because it's 17, and I got that 10, and the 10's really good.
Good.
So I'm going to wait
it-
because I also have my other hand that I'm
Okay,
attacking
cool.
with, and it's once per turn.
Per turn. Cool, perfect. So you did how much damage on that? First one?
17. As I'm just like
17.
slashing at the birds.
Yep, 17 for the first one, and then give me the second one.
That is 14.
That will hit.
Cool.
And this one's just 2d10.
Oh, that's 19.
Oh my god.
I got a 10 and a
Wow.
9.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that is
Yeah. Should have re-rolled the other one, but that's fine.
36 points of damage. Yeah, you see of the swarm of ravens, you absolutely obliterate one of them. And there is like a swarm and just a little bit of the third that hasn't been pulled away by the wind anymore. Jeez. That is your action. You have a bonus action and a movement if you want it. As Tawny just is just ripping through these ravens.
I'm gonna stay my ground because I want them to attack me and not Kildak. Did
Sure.
I see that Kildak was
They're not.
taking damage by breaking these skulls?
Yeah, you saw that
I would've
as like
seen that.
there was like a puff of like it was noxious gas. Yeah.
Kildak, stop doing that! What the fuck are you doing?
Shh, you can't see me.
Okay. I understand that.
Oh, they
I
can't
know
see
you're somewhere. Stop attacking the skulls. You're getting hurt. And that's it.
The layer action. The layer is dead because its heart was exploded by a nat 20. Love to see it. I want everyone to know that when I made these two encounters between the Red Wizard Tower and this one, both encounters based on like encounter calculators were both lethal for 3 players at level 8. Not only that, but each encounter was initially tackled by an individual. Like our party decided we're gonna send one character into a lethal encounter for 3. In both times, I'm getting dunked on. What is happening?
You'd think by episode 20, whatever we're on, you'd have this figured out.
I would figure it out. Yeah, I was like, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Deadly encounters only, and that's not even enough. Good gosh. Yeah.
Get good.
No more layer. Kildak, you're up. This game's fine. I'm having fun.
Seeing that picking them up and throwing them rather than smashing them is the better way to go, I will go and throw another one off.
Cool.
You have a ranged weapon.
You throw a second one up. That's a 3 points of poison damage for Kildak.
And can I do the final one as well?
Yeah. You're just hucking it off.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. It's another 3. As you're just throwing these off. As the last one leaves.
What if we needed those?
You
Then
see
we're going diving.
the fire begins to crackle and burn again, and as it does, it lets off this like magical radiant light that glows into the harbor and begins to like pierce through the fog, and the fog begins to dissipate.
Oh wow, I didn't expect all that. See, that's why I was doing it, Tawny.
It's attacking us. You got lucky.
Oh yeah, that was a complete guess. I mean, I saw the weird skulls and they were in a circle, and I was like, can't have that.
So, the fog begins to dissipate. The rain stops. However, the wind and the thunder continue because that is not from the lighthouse.
Is it a cloudless thunder?
No, the clouds are still up there,
Okay.
but the fog around you begins to dissipate. Kildak, that will be your action and object interaction. You have a movement and bonus if you want it.
I don't think I can. No. No, I'm good. I'll go and stand next to Tawny and kind of help her fight back these ravens.
Perfect. One thing I forgot on the layer's action, the layer's turn. Although the layer is dead, the ravens still exist. Tawny, you're going to take 3 points of damage from the remaining ravens. Cool. And then Kildak, you go to help Tawny.
I'm getting beat by the ravens. I'm like, Kildak, stop what you're fucking doing. There's bigger issues. And then all the fog starts dissipating. I'm like, that was just luck, my dude. Like,
how's that for bigger issues?
We came here for Wicahpi.
Speaking of Wicahpi, it is her turn.
So tell me, DM, does a 17 hit?
The hag?
The hag.
Yes, it does.
Okay. So I am going to, my pistol is going to turn into a whip, which is something I never use. And I want to like whip it like at her neck in an attempt to restrain her and then tackle her.
I'll do this. So you did the whip attack.
Yeah.
It landed.
Yeah.
Roll damage for the whip, and then you can have advantage on the strength check to grapple her.
So it does 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And then what do I roll to grapple her?
It's going to be a strength check.
Check. 17.
Ooh.
That's also just straight.
She rolled a 12, but she's going to use one of her legendary resistances. And as you come in to grapple her, she's going to catch you with one of her claws.
Awesome. So I am not grappling her?
No. Narratively, you're both like holding each other, but mechanically you are not.
Aww.
Okay. But I still have the whip around her.
Correct.
Uh-oh.
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 No.
What else can I do on my turn?
That was your action. You have a bonus action and a movement if you want it.
Can I bonus action disengage?
No.
Can I do that yet? Not yet.
Not yet. If it's not on your character sheet, you can't do it.
There's so many things I'll look for.
No, unfortunately, you cannot.
Get good.
Get the deets.
I think we're well beyond information sharing.
You know, we can try.
I'm just gonna pull the whip just a little tight, like as I'm like pulling it around her throat. Be like, tell me this. I only have one question I need answered. Only one question. Is there a way to break the bond between Rusula and my friend? And I'll end my turn there.
Okay. Yeah. You see that as you have her, the whip around her throat, she cackles and says, "Arusula, is that what they call the Queen's sister these days?" Well, if he... I don't know if you said friend, so she wouldn't know gender. So,
No.
if your friend wishes to break this bond, send her back into the abyss. That's what the Queen did the first time. Lock her away for all eternity, just for someone to break her out again. Or maybe you could just give in. And then she is going to make 2 claw attacks at you.
Great.
Does a 12 hit Wicahpi?
No.
Does a 21 hit Wicahpi?
Yes.
You are going to take 15 points of damage as she, as her claws slash into you. As she slashes into you. Let me see if there's anything else she wants to say to that.
Shit. How's Wicahpi looking? How much was that?
It was 15 points of damage.
Okay. Nope. She's not.
I did not get a long rest.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
Apparently only Tawny did, so we went to sleep. We went to bed early. She was like, "Oh, such good times." Wicahpi's like, "Staying up. I gotta go on this walk as soon as I can," and then Kildak gets kidnapped.
You got a long rest?
John gave. I didn't have any like.
Well, everybody got a long rest on the 3 days that they were traveling.
Right, but last night, or it's. I mean, what? It's like probably like 4 a.m. right now or something.
Yeah.
Stupid
I mean,
like
nobody
that.
got a long rest between last session and this session.
You told. Yeah,
Between
but
the two
between arriving at White Sands and Kildak being kidnapped, you told me I got a long rest, but it didn't really matter anything besides the fact that I rearranged my spells.
Yep, and that's fine. I support my own decision.
Consistency.
Consistency. Cool. Yeah, that ends the hag's turn. Moving back to Tawny.
Okay. Well, so the fog is just disappearing.
The fog is disappearing. It's not like instant, but you can see as the light breaks through it, it's like burning holes away in the fog. Granted, it's still nighttime, so it's still dark, but...
Yeah. Good fucking job, Kildak. And then I'm going to use my
Thanks.
movement to drop down below.
Cool.
Be like, good fucking job, Kildak. Now for what we came for.
You drop down. What are you doing when you get into the room with Wicahpi?
So I get in and I see how are they arranged? The hag and Wicahpi. I'm not looking at the Wicahpi. I mean, at the hags. At the Wicahpi. At the hag's base.
At the hag.
Because I was warned.
Yes. So, mechanically, here's how it works. You see the hag that is gripping at Wicahpi. She's clawing at Wicahpi. Wicahpi has the whip around her throat, and they are intertwined, but not like restraining each other. The hag, as you drop down, she whips her head towards you to look at you. If you avert your eyes, you will not have to make a saving throw, but any attacks against the hag will be at disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my head down. Can I just see the bottom half of her? I'm not looking at her face.
Sure. Yeah, you'll still have disadvantage on attacks, but you can pinpoint where they are in the room.
Okay. And I can tell that they're clearly fighting.
They are clearly fighting.
Okay.
Blood has been drawn from both of them.
Blood has been drawn. Cool. I am going to... Where is my things? Where are my things? Sorry. I am going to pull out my sword and lunge for her.
Cool. Give me your first attack with disadvantage.
So, attacking with my sword. That was an 18, but I have my disadvantage.
Yeah.
And another 18!
Wow.
So an 18 plus 9.
Yep, that will hit. Okay.
Now, as Tawny, she had the warning, so she knew she couldn't look at the face, but she's lunging for the hag's middle section without looking at the face. Sure. And the lightning in her is going to rush into the sword, and I am using my smite.
Perfect.
Yes. And
Good time.
I am using as a bonus action, my second branding smite. So I'm pumping a lot I'm casting a spell with my bonus action.
What is happening right now? Hold up.
Pump more into this.
Hold up.
Dunked on my friend.
Branding smile next time.
It's one of my spells. I've only used it once before.
Yeah. It's a bonus action. So you bonus action to branding smite. Yeah, that's nasty. That's a nasty wasty combo.
Okay. So give me a minute while I make these rolls, because it's a good mount.
Sometimes you gotta feel bad for the DM.
That's fine.
Okay, there we go. There's the first one. The actual sword doesn't do that much damage.
No. The bonus goes to the 2-hit, but it has reduced damage because the 2-hit is higher.
But I can also...
Actually, I don't think it has reduced damage. It just doesn't get any benefits to damage.
I'm going to re-roll. On my sword, I roll a d8, and I got a 3, and I'm going to use my savage attack to re-roll that one.
Go for it.
And that was a 1, so I'm going to take the 3.
Perfect.
For damage, can I give you lucky?
No.
No, okay.
Good try, good try.
Got it. You got it.
Hold on. Can I do something?
You're not with me.
What can you do?
Nope.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
We're trying.
Good try.
None of my stuff affects anybody else. It's all Kildak focused, which is...
It's the Kildak show.
1. I think I do 3 of these, yeah.
God, you're gonna make me pull out a calculator.
I'm doing really a lot of math in my head, guys. I'm sorry.
No, you're doing good math.
8.
That is 400 points of damage, I think.
Yeah.
Don't confuse her.
Yeah. Okay. Last one. Now I have to my last damage bit.
Cool.
What is this?
Just so everybody is aware of what's happening. This is 2 second-level spell slots to cash in on 1d8 plus 3 with an additional smite, which is going to be extra 2d8 with an additional d8 for the second level. So it's 3d8 from the smite plus from branding smite 2d6 of radiant damage, and if the target was invisible, it becomes visible and is now shedding light. So that is 2d6 plus 4d8 damage that Tawny is dropping. Plus 3. That Tawny is dropping on this hag.
No. Is she undead or a fiend?
Nope.
Okay. I thought Fae was part of that. It must be one of my other spells. I just wanted to make sure because I get another D8 if she
Yeah.
you know, just like 37 points of damage.
I'm sorry. I just looked at Tawny's spells, and because you're a charisma caster and the healing from heroism comes from charisma, the healing you get from heroism is -1. You can give someone heroism, but Tawny's it's such a backhanded compliment that they actually lose a single point of health. They become incredibly brave, but it stings.
It's vicious mockery paired with heroism.
Mockery paired with heroism. That's awesome.
Yeah, when building Tawny, I was like, oh, she's going to have a low charisma, like, she's a bitch, whatever. I did not know, because this is my first time playing D&D, that my paladin was tied to charisma, which is why her saving rolls are so low. But that is 37 points of damage.
Dear God.
9 with my sword.
Wow. My God. Yeah, that hurts the hag bad. You see it stabs through. The blade comes out on the other side. She screams in agony.
And then I'm going to hit her again.
Cool. Yep.
What?
All that. I'm gonna go again. She gets 2 attacks. That was just one.
When I take the attack action, I get 2. And this time, so I went like this, and I got up real close to her.
Did your sword maintain those smites?
No.
No, I
No?
all my fancy stuff was on the sword attack. But I get 2 attacks when I make an attack. And now that I'm up close to her, Tawny Enrage. Well, let's see if it hits first. What am I rolling?
Still at disadvantage. Because you're not looking at her.
Oh, fuck. This isn't going to hit.
What is it? Is it a
9.
1? I can help. Oh,
No, it's a 9.
Okay.
What is it, a 1?
Your first dagger, she swats it away with one of her arms.
Oh, it's not a dagger.
Oh, okay.
So I moved in close to her with this, which is why I didn't know I was going to get disadvantage again. And then in rage, Tawny is just going to like, and fangs pop out, even though it doesn't hit. Fangs pop out, and she goes to bite the hag's neck.
Gotcha.
And she was making a bite attack.
That's sick. You go to bite the hag's neck. She pulls away just in time at the snap that it just doesn't reach.
Yeah. But Tawny's there, like fangs out after this 37 points of damage in her sword with her sword.
Love it. That's crazy. Yikes. That's Tawny's turn. The ravens are gonna fly down. They're all gonna come down into the.
No, they're not gonna. I'm not hiding anymore.
Yeah, they're more worried about their hag. They fly down into this room and they begin to swirl around the hag's bedroom. And Wicahpi and Tawny, you each are gonna take 3 points of damage as these ravens rip around. That brings it to Kildak's turn.
If I stand like on the roof and look down into the trapdoor, is the hag kind of underneath of it? Is she pretty far away?
in order to get a line of sight on her, you would have to stand off, hover off of the tree. Pretty much, she's in the center of the room. The trapdoor is at the wall, and so yeah, not anymore.
Oh, I thought it lasted for 10 hours.
That would be sick, but no, I believe it was.
No, I rode a dragon to get here. If I could fly.
Cool. Yeah, unfortunately, you cannot see this scuffle from where you are.
Damn. Can I get a general sense of where people are in the room? They're all pretty bunched together, right? Still?
Yeah, they're all bunched together. I would say they're directly under the pyre. They're right in the middle of the room.
That makes sense.
Okay. I'm going to ready my gun, aim it kind of towards the pyre, and jump in the hole, and basically just kind of shoot, while keeping my eyes closed.
Perfect.
Dude, you're gonna hit one of us!
You're gonna shoot with disadvantage.
I understand that.
If you roll below a 5, it's gonna hit one of your friends.
Damn, that sucks.
What'd you get?
Well, I got a nat 20,
Fuck you.
but then it was a disadvantage.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, good for me.
And
Yay!
then I rolled a 4, but I was never gonna roll under a 5 because I have a +5 to hit. So 9.
Yeah, you're cool. You
9 to
fire
hit.
it. Yeah, you fire. It goes over everybody's head, and you land on the ground. And you're in the room with everyone else. That's your movement action. If you want a bonus action, you can have it.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to find a piece of rubble and hide behind it. All while kind of keeping my eyes closed, like looking at the floor, just kind of peeking. I don't know what I can and can't look at.
Give me a stealth check.
Wicahpi said don't look at her in the face.
She said don't look her in the eyes.
Oh,
I just
I
say
could
don't
have
look.
eyes all over the place. Sorry, you said stealth check, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is I believe 14.
Pretty good.
Yes, 14.
Cool. Kildak, Wicahpi, you're up.
While she is taking damage from Tawny, am going to try to send a bolt of lightning down the whip around her throat.
Cool.
You can just do that? Why does everybody have lightning abilities?
Because we took lightning. With a 15 to hit.
A 15 will hit.
Nice. And it's going to do 23 damage.
Wow. Is this a spell or is this what is this?
This is a Witch Bolt.
Ooh.
Witch Bolt is a spell.
It can do
23
points of damage. Wow.
Yes, it can, because it is being cast at 4th level right now.
Oh yeah.
It is being upcasted to 4th level.
You pump this like lightning crackling energy into her. She screams out. You can see that like she almost becomes uglier. Like her nose looks even more broken.
Kind of burning her from the throat out.
She gurgles as like froth comes out of her mouth as you're electrocuting her throat. That's your action, movement bonus action if you want it.
She's still standing.
She is still standing.
Still standing. I am not going to move because I don't want to let go of the whip.
Cool. Perfect. Excellent.
I am also looking at her dead in the eyes.
Perfect. Lovely. Establishing dominance. You see it, the hag howls out in pain. She rolled a 18 to spot Kildak. She sees you dive behind one of the debris, she is going to
Attack me, the person least threatening.
She's going to push off away from Tawny and Wicahpi. Both of you can make opportunity attacks if you would like. Tawny with disadvantage.
Okay. I got a 2 and a 19.
Ugh.
So that's 11.
Cool. You swing. She's able to. She pulls the sword out from her as you do it. She sees your swing misses, but the sword leaves like a branding mark on her side that is glowing like radiant energy. What did Wicahpi get for that roll?
So for Wicahpi, the whip was still like crackling with lightning, and I still have that glow of energy on me, and I'm not going to take an opportunity attack on her.
Okay.
Because I'm still holding on to that lightning energy.
Got it.
To throw it again.
She leaps away and gets all three of you in her, like, in front of her, and sees that, you're all the three of you are here to kill her. The heart is dripping, exploded, and she goes, "You've killed us all!" And she's going to extend her arms and cast Cone of Cold. And I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
What do I get, Tawny?
+1.
That wasn't helpful.
Sorry, that's what I got.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, thank God.
That sucks. Can I do dexterity instead?
No.
Not better. That got worse.
It got way worse.
That got worse.
17.
Good. 17. Okay. Wicahpi.
6.
Okay. And Kildak.
8.
That's with a +1?
Well,
7.
yeah, I rolled a 5. I had a +5 with Dex, then he changed it.
It's what the spell says.
Well, don't lie to me the first time. You really raised my hopes. Would an 11 have worked?
No.
Oh, okay, then it doesn't matter.
Cool. Excellent. All right.
I failed.
Right. We're gonna roll 8d8 real quick. I want to. I've been getting dunked on a little bit. We're rolling this. We're rolling this in person this time. Rolling 8 real dice. 1, 2. Give me 1 second, everybody. We're gonna really capitalize on this. There's another one. That's. Gotta give it another one.
Actually, I think I passed, so.
Which means you might just take half damage.
That's true. Yeah.
But Kildak and I might be fucked here.
Oh, I take half damage.
Why?
8.
I
This
have...
isn't poison.
He's goofy.
It doesn't matter. I can half any damage.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Any damage. Well, lucky you.
It's my dodge ability as a rogue. I can do whatever I want, whenever I want.
Wow.
Okay.
That's actually not true. I can only do it like as a reaction.
The cone of cold blasts out as wind comes out of her lungs, and like a rush of freezing cold air blasts into the room, freezing all of like the furniture and the floor and the vines that are in the room. If you rolled less than a 15, you're going to take 28 points of damage. If you rolled above a 15, you're going to take half that, so 14 points of damage.
And I'm gonna use my uncanny dodge to half that 28
You half
into
that.
14.
Into 14. Well done.
Oh.
How's
Ugh.
it looking?
I'm still standing.
Good.
Why are we worried
Yeah.
about Wicahpi?
Because you got
Kildak
yours
did-
halved. She didn't.
Codex
Was it anybody-
a third of his life?
Was anybody casting concentration spells? Question going to Wicahpi.
I don't believe it is concentration.
Witch bolt is
It
constant.
is concentration. It says it goes away if I do anything else. If I use my action to do anything else.
Cool. Let me real quick. Concentration 5e. I believe I don't want to give you a bad ruling here. It is.
'Cause I didn't take that opportunity attack just so I can keep Witch Bolt on.
I think, is it a saving
Cool.
throw?
So you're going to make a Constitution saving throw. The DC is either 10 or half the damage that you took, whatever is higher. So 14. So you have a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
You get a plus 1.
Just to keep Witch Bolt up.
Awesome. You said con?
Yep.
19, and then plus Connie's plus 1 is going to be a 20.
Wow. Cool. Yep. You hold Witch Bolt.
We good.
Thank
We good. We good.
We're good. We're kind of good. Wicahpi does not look good. She does not look good at all.
Sweet. That is her turn. Tawny, you are up.
I'm gonna lunge at her with my sword again.
Yeah, go for it. Still a disadvantage. Unless you want to look at her. You can look at her and you get rid of that disadvantage.
Don't fall for
It'd
it.
be so easy.
We've been doing good so far. Don't fall for his tricks.
That was a nat 20.
You can keep it if you just look at her.
Nope, because my other one was a 17. Fuck you. So that's 17 plus 9.
Yeah, that will hit.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Yeah, it will. Sorry, now I have to make 8 million rolls again.
Hold up. Why are you making so many rolls? Timeout. How
Because
many spell slots Tawny got over there?
well, I can't do my divine smite at second level. I can only do it at the first one because I
Got
don't
it.
have enough for that. But I can still do bonus action branding smite with my last second level
Last spell.
thing.
Cool. Nope, that checks out. I respect it.
And then I can use I have first level spell slots for the other ones. I'm using my savage attackery to reroll my basic sword thing because god I rolled a fucking 1. And that's an 8, so that is so much better. How's she looking as I'm going at her?
She's pretty hurt. You would gauge. I think that everyone can adequately gauge this. Her casting Cone of Cold was out of desperation, but not so desperate that she was ready to run away yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you make
So
that
she felt like she could go one more round with you guys, or at least one more round before having to flee.
Okay, that is 29 points of damage as I go in with my sword.
Wow. Another explosion of lightning from Tawny
Yeah.
as you stab into her. She reels back in pain.
I'm debating if I should use my sword for my second attack, which hits harder because I'm at disadvantage, or if I should just risk it and try to attack her without the disadvantage, or with disadvantage for something that hits harder, that does more damage. There's other people who can go as well. So I'm gonna hit her with my sword again.
Cool.
18 and a 16. I should have gone for the other one. Okay, that's a 16 plus 9, so I'm assuming that hits.
Yeah, can you stop rolling so high? That would be great.
The sword doesn't do that much damage by itself, and I'm out of things to beef it. Wait, can I use Divine Smite twice in a turn?
That's a good question.
Because it doesn't.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, you can.
Yeah?
You can, as long as you're spending the spell
Yeah.
slot.
So I
use
can
Divine.
do the first level one again, which I mean it's still not as good because I don't have all the other things, but that is something. Okay, this isn't as much. This is 13.
Oh, only 13. Oh, good.
Compared to my 30s, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good. Only 13 points. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, Kildak, you are up. You see this hag is teetering on her last leg. There's barely anything else in the tank.
So, sneak attack says specifically can do damage to one creature you hit with an attack with a finesse or ranged weapon. I assume that does not include ranged spells.
Correct.
Cool. So she cast Cone of Cold. Did she say anything to cast Cone of Cold?
Yeah, she said that you've killed us all.
Okay. So I'll shout back at her, "You've killed us all," and cast Ray of Frost.
Ooh. Yeah.
But I've now learned to be the vocal aspect of a cold spell.
Yeah. You killed us all. Like, so dramatic every time. Can you imagine just like you're trying to like cool down like a hot coffee and you're like, "You've killed us all." Anyways.
And that is now called Hag Breath, by the way.
Lovely. This will be at disadvantage when you roll your to hit. Unless you want to look at her.
No, I don't. Okay. So, casting Hag Breath here. That's a +4 to hit. I rolled 2 16s, so that's a dirty 20.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it hits.
That's 2d8, so we're going to be looking at 8 points of damage total. Not much.
You see the cold, the ray of frost hits her clean in the chest. She is a water. Oh, she's a water creature. Hold up for John.
Ooh.
Timing out. Give me a second. Oh shit. She's immune to cold damage. Fuck yeah. She's
immune to cold damage?
Yes.
That's stupid.
Let's go.
Well, even if she doesn't take the damage, her speed is still reduced by 10 feet.
Yes, absolutely. You see, she does not take damage, but it encases her in ice, as it's not her turn yet, and she is frozen in, like, I mean, she's still covered in, like, moist, like, slick water. And
That's
so all of that
ridiculous. I feel like she
freezes
should
her,
be
like-
extra damaged by ice.
She's vulnerable to fire.
That makes no sense. Whoever made this game never played Pokemon.
Wonderful. You have a movement and bonus action if you want it.
You gonna hide again? Kildak just keeps going.
Yeah, I'm gonna now duck away somewhere else.
Dive and roll under another.
This didn't work, so I'm gonna like sprint across the room and dive somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
No one will see it coming. Definitely no one saw it coming. 11.
Everybody in the room watches Kildak sprint.
I ran like through a group and like dove behind a couch and it made a ton of noise.
She rolled a 19. Oh, sorry, a 20, a dirty 20 on her perception. You just watch his Kildak sprint across and dive behind the thing. Everybody's head follows Kildak and goes down.
June's 8.
They can't see
That
me.
brings it to Wicahpi's turn. Wicahpi, since I already gave it away with Kildak, the hag has 6 hit points left.
You
Yeah,
got this.
and
Oh, I almost killed her? That's
Yeah,
particularly stupid. I'm more upset now.
I was going through it and I was like, yep, it deals the 8 points of cold damage. And I was like, wait. When I was homebrewing the character sheet, I pulled from the I made an ancient sea hag. And sea hags are pretty weak to begin with. But I was like, no wait, I typed the word cold out. I remember like transferring the word cold. Was it vulnerability or was it immunity? Please be immunity. I thought it was actually just resistance, but no, it was just straight up immune.
It's okay. Wicahpi's got this.
oh maybe.
6 damage? Come on. As long as it's
I'm
not cold
going
damage,
to-
you're good.
Release the last bit of lightning energy that I'm was building up the last 6 seconds it has
Yep.
been. And how much damage? 2.
2 of 4th level?
It only does a 1d12.
Wow, there's your D12. Cool. You see.
Wait, hold on. I have Savage Attacker as well, and I can reroll my damage and choose which one I want to take.
Since when did you
What,
have savage?
where does this come from?
I rolled a 2 again!
No!
I rolled 2
So
twos.
close. Oh, you
I also have Savage Attacker.
hit her harder with your dagger.
You
Damn it.
She's gonna get
It-
away.
crackles into her. She like jolts one more time. Is it really?
Well, no, because if she tries to get away, we have opportunity attacks. We're right there.
Okay.
That's true.
She got away from us. She moved away.
No, but
No,
Tawny.
I just attacked
Tawny
her.
came in.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
you
moved
guys walked
back
up? Okay, right. Sorry. Kildak's not there, though.
Yeah,
Action
no,
to
you're
deal
behind a
damage
couch.
Automatically, spell ends if you use your action to do anything else. Okay. Outside the spell's
You don't know
range,
that.
which will cover for you. Okay.
I do know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you have your movement and your bonus action. That sticks. You
Oh
crack
my
on
God.
doors one more time.
I am exhausted. Like, you can just, like, Tawny, especially since she's right there, can
Mhm.
see on her face. Like, the bags under her eyes are just so dark and heavy. Like, she didn't sleep at all. She's exhausted. She got hit a couple times by this hag. Like, she is tired.
Yeah.
I expelled the last bit of energy that I had. And just the little bit of lightning. She flinches a bit from it, and that's all I got.
Hag's turn. You see that she is going to reach out to you, Wicahpi. She puts this taloned claw on your chest and grips it. Like, there's clearly like anger and hatred in her eyes, but she lays her hand on your chest and it's almost tender. She puts it there and she says in her the raspy, burnt voice goes, "You know too much now. You know what the Queen did. She put her sister in the abyss once, and she wants you to do it for her again. This," and she opens her arms, "is what she does to those who help her betray her sister. And now that you know everything, then know that this is your fate for all eternity." And she is going to cast Polymorph on herself. She is going to turn into a
I want that opportunity attack. I'm kidding.
this isn't
Oh,
very
she's gonna disengage.
No, she
She-
used her action to
she
cast the
did-
spell.
she's gonna cast Polymorph.
True. That's stupid.
Here's what she's gonna do. It's not very sea hag, but it's the best thing that she can do to survive. She's gonna turn into a raven, so that way she blends in with the ravens that are also flying around in here. She's going to attempt to fly away. Wicahpi and Tawny, you both have opportunity attacks. Both of you give me perception checks real quick. She's going to stealth with advantage. Okay.
It's a
Did
17.
anyone beat? Okay. 17 and Wicahpi.
11.
Okay. Wicahpi, your opportunity attack will be with disadvantage. as like you lose her in this swarm of ravens, but you know her general location, and so you're hoping that just a wild swing can catch her. And Tawny, you keep eyes as she transforms into this raven and goes to go like clean over your head. Both of you have opportunity attacks that you can make.
I rolled a 21 to hit with my pistol.
Yes.
Solid. That'll do it.
21 will hit. Well, that's with disadvantage.
Yeah, my higher one was a 30.
Great. And then Tawny, what did you roll?
I want her to do her damage first, because I'm gonna let her get the killing blow if it is that.
Cool.
And then if not, I'll go.
Gotcha. Yep, Repeat, you fire your gun into the raven, the swarm of ravens. Give me damage.
19, as I just pull it out and just bang.
You
Poof.
hit the raven. It reverts back into the hag, and that damage transfers over. The 1 hit point for the raven, and then the other 18 for the hag. And her body in the air slumps, lands on the ground, and she whispers in her dying breath and goes, You killed me, Unseelie. My name, Crooked Nose.
That's a dumb name.
And she says, I did not choose it, but when you put your nose in places it should not have gone, the queen does not. And then dies. And the room.
I peek out from behind the couch. Is she gone?
Are these ravens still here attacking us?
The ravens, actually, that's a great question. The ravens deal 3 points of damage to all of you, and then they, as they just rip out of the open trapdoor, they just and flutter out. But it's 3 points of damage for everybody on their way out.
What if
That's
that knocked me down?
I have 2 points.
You have
Before
2
or
points,
after the
Jeff?
ravens?
Right now, I am standing with 2 points.
Cool. Kildak,
You have taken 50 points from me.
Excellent.
Kildak, did you say you're down?
Mm-mm. I said
Oh,
what if. I didn't realize Wicahpi was that close.
Yes.
And then
one more
if John
raven attack.
I believe John actually skipped a layer turn when the ravens would have attacked for 3, and Wicahpi would technically be down. But that's fine.
That's fine.
I'm not complaining.
That's
even
fine.
even if she
I
would
did
go
realize
down, I'm right there.
So
Yeah.
I realized that I missed a raven attack, and I was like, it doesn't really make sense for them to deal damage on the way out, but I was like, I'll just make up for that previous one. So
Makes sense.
that's where that buffs out.
Okay.
Yep. I didn't want to cheat you by just hitting you on the way out, but at the same time, I was like, I missed one before. It bounced. So, but yeah, the hag, Crooked Nose, is dead. Ancient hag. She's been living in this lighthouse for hundreds of years, and you hear the storm outside for the first time in months die down.
Did the hag have anything
Okay.
valuable in her bedroom?
Oh my god, dude. No,
Shut
you were behind the couch. We are playing this scene first. You can try to loot this shit later.
Okay.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Or what happened here? Why did you run off?
And I'm gonna tell her all the information that I gathered in here, that she was a Arusula supporter, she was causing the fog. I'll tell her that my queen told me that this was the source and I needed to stop it tonight. And any other bits of information I've picked up, I'll tell Tawny, and Kildak can hear from behind the couch.
Why?
Meanwhile, while you're sharing that, I'm walking around looking for shit.
For sure.
Why didn't
Let
you
me see
take
what
us
this
with
is.
you? I could have came and I could have helped. And that's when I'm gonna see, like, as you're talking, obviously, how damaged you are. And I'm gonna, like, grab your hand in this moment, and heal you up 20 points.
Thank you. Thank you.
We
That
could have,
feels better.
I could have came and helped.
Yeah, and you guys did. I was mad at myself for disobeying my queen. I made a decision that I shouldn't have against a direct order that saves so many lives. And I chose the one over many. And the one was fine. And I realized I had made a brutal mistake. And I needed to correct it before more got hurt.
Kildak was being tortured.
Yeah. But he's fine. He's okay now.
Like, the plan always, like, we always would have came and still got this. I don't think you chose Kildak's life over everyone else's. I think there's just an order of operation.
I think my order of operation is different than yours. And I tried following yours, and it did not work for me. And I needed to go my own way. But we're okay. We're good. I appreciate you coming after me, and I'm very glad that Kildak's okay.
I'm glad you're okay. As I dump a bin onto the floor.
Kildak, are you ready for what you find in here?
I guess not now.
I need you. You're gonna have to make a list because it's a lot of little things. You ready?
Okay, go.
Okay. You find a pearl worth 100 gold pieces and an owl feather.
Wait.
You
Those are
find-
two separate things, right?
Two separate things. Yep.
Okay.
You find a small straight piece of iron, a forked twig, a bit of fur, and a rod of amber, crystal, or glass. I'm going to say it's a rod of amber.
Rod?
A rod. You find a caterpillar cocoon. And a small crystal cone.
Cool.
Mhm.
Garbage.
It's all for spell components.
Perfect.
He said garbage.
Garbage. Wow, this is useless.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Need to say goodbye to Lady Ephra, or can we just leave?
I'm gonna... Oh, well, you don't know this, but on our way in, Kildak actually broke the fog. And so we're good. The thing that was trapping us all in here, it's gone.
I figured killing the hag would.
No, it wasn't killing the hag. It was actually, there was like skull things up there that he was just breaking for shits and giggles, and
they were emanating purpleness, and they were in a circle. They looked funky.
we
I
had
threw them
bigger
over.
problems.
Well, I threw them off the tree. There wasn't really much else happening at the time.
I am
But the
going
fire's
to...
lit.
Yes, the fog is burnt away. I mean, it's still dark because it's nighttime, but the fog is gone.
I want to make a quick stop at the tower before we go.
Sure. As you come out of the lighthouse, you can see that the fog is burning away. You can see that everyone is still asleep. Most people haven't noticed that, they are free. You do see that the arcane ward is rapidly looking to leave. Like they have already loaded things up and is getting ready to leave immediately.
How the fuck did... In the 5 minutes that we were... Okay.
They had everything prepped.
I know, but she was... Okay, it's fine. I'm gonna just... Does it look like Ethra's also at the fucking boat?
Give me a perception check for me.
Yeah, that's a dirty 20.
You see that Ethra is on the boat. She's talking to some of the other, red wizards that accompany her that are, actually sailing the ship. You can't hear what she's saying from this distance, but you see that she casts a spell. She points towards the lighthouse, and then she points towards where you would imagine the depressed guppy is. Give me an insight check.
Don't get more of my dirty 20. That's a 12.
A 12? I'll say with that, even on a 12, it's you're thinking about what happened. You remember your very poor lie about not knowing anything about Tamokor. And you think that Lady Ethra is very much onto you and is about to try to capitalize on this situation.
Okay, well, never mind then. We can just go.
Are we going? What's happening?
Yeah?
Guess we're going to head towards the boat. Kildak, put us in the rowboat. Push us out.
Are we all paid up on our bail at the inn?
Yeah, we paid when we were there.
Okay, cool. Everybody get in the boat.
Yep.
And I'll push.
Kildak pushes this boat back towards the depressed guppy. You see that the fog begins to part and begins to dispel, and the guppy and the carp are still there in the harbor. The crew is a little rattled. They said they heard weird noises in the fog by the time you get back, but you are successfully able to make it back to the guppy. As you get back to the guppy, you see that the arcane ward is, again, they're doing their best to get out as quick as possible, realizing that they do not want to lose sight of the guppy, as Ethra believes that you have valuable information that you're not sharing. But the way that you hid the guppy, you guys can send off with hours, with a 2 or 3 hour lead time.
Yeah.
You can get ahead of them a couple hours.
Awesome.
Yeah, and we just start going south.
Yeah.
Cool.
And when we get on the boat, I want to kind of pull Kildak aside. Not in private. I don't mind if Tony's there or not, but I'm going to pull him aside so that I am talking to him. And I want to say to him, Kildak, I need you to seriously consider the magic that you're using. I cannot afford to choose you again if you are going to continue choosing the end of our realm.
I'm not choosing the end of our realm at all.
You cannot choose Arusula.
I do not choose Arusula. We
Okay.
work together
Okay.
to fight her.
Okay, that's what I want to hear. But if you can't uphold this commitment, then I'm letting you know now that I cannot choose you either.
You'd let me die.
If you choose to go against us, the crew, our realm, then yes.
And how are you going to measure that of a conscious decision versus forced?
We'll see when we get there.
Great. Good to know, Wicahpi.
And
I'll walk away.
With that contentious exchange, we're gonna end tonight's episode. Tune in next time to see where our guppy is heading, to see how they outrun the arcane ward, and what is next in store for our crew in saving the world. Can they do it?
We'll see.
We'll see.
Not if we can't work together.
We are so far. Just a warning. We'll try and.
Make sure you guys like and subscribe to see what happens next at the Four Rings Inn and on the Gilded Voyage, and to see where our pirates go next. So until we meet again, out for another round at the Four Rings Inn. Yar!
See ya!
Oh no.